Welcome to Only Good Heroes. I'm your host, Lucia Nazzaro, and on this show, we are highlighting incredible people and organizations making a huge impact in their community and our world during this time of challenge. On today's show, we are welcoming Liesl Ulrich. Liesl is the founder and CEO of EWCed. Liesl, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
For those that don't know, can you tell us what EWCed is?
Yeah, so EWCed is a free online resource for educators where we curate inspiring and innovative video content, and we create lesson plan starters and discussion questions that go with each one of those videos. And our mission really is to inspire students' curiosity and connect them to a wider world while giving them a sense of what's possible. And so our goal is to really inspire students through the lens of curiosity and to give kids the opportunity to come at learning from an inspired point of view and not just an explaining point of view.
What is your background? What led you to saying, hey, there's a gap here, I want to help fill it, and I'm going to do it with this specific project?
Yeah, so my background in education goes back about a decade. I've always been really passionate about making sure that education is equitable and interesting and engaging for students. In high school, I was very active, and then I continued that activity when I got into college at Harvard. And while I was at Harvard, I developed a leadership training program for high schoolers that was really sort of the ignition point for what EWCed became. And so I developed this program that used video content and discussion questions to really engage a group of learners who were incredibly broad in their learning background. And yet we were able to facilitate incredible conversations among students and really make something powerful.
So during this time of pandemic, obviously, we have a lot of people being homeschooled. So how do you feel like this can be implemented for parents out there trying to desperately homeschool kids and are novices and doing the best that they can?
Yeah, I think there's a couple really cool ways that this can be used. If you're a traditional educator, we found that video was a great way to sort of assign homework because students will watch videos. And if you give them the questions ahead of time and just say, prepare to answer these questions in the classroom, you get a really engaged discussion afterward. And it was this fun thing where homework became fun and then discussion became meaningful. And then for parents on the flip side, one of the hardest things I've heard from parents trying to educate at home is just getting students to care. And that's very often because students are not curious about what they're learning. And, you know, it's one thing, curiosity is contagious. So if you're in the classroom, you can start to feel that contagion of curiosity together. But if you're by yourself, it's very hard to get a student excited about something. So we've had parents use it as a tool for, let's say there's a writing assignment that a student has to do. They watch the video with their student, they answer the discussion questions, and then they, for instance, this is my favorite one. They watched this video on how a dog's nose worked. So they go out, they know how a dog sniffs, they go on a walk in the afternoon. She's then asking science questions like, what is the dog doing? What are they sniffing? Take note of what they're sniffing. And they come home and her son is just not someone who wants to sit down and write. And she goes, okay, why don't we write a story about what the dogs are smelling? And so they were able to check off the science box, check off the, go for a walk and maybe get in some exercise box. And then they were able to check off the writing box as well, because now her son was engaged enough and curious enough to become expressive. And so this idea being that we can engage kids through curiosity, and video is a great way to do that. And as a parent, you get to learn something too. So it's this great win-win for both of you.
As we head into fall, there's a lot of uncertainty for parents and for educators. If people want to find out more about your platform, one, what would you suggest that they do this fall if they are looking for ideas? How can they use their platform? And then how can they get in touch with you and your platform?
Yeah. So because EWCed is free, you can go to EWCed.com and go check it out. The resources there are all free. All of the videos are pre-vetted, so you don't have to worry about anything. We don't have any ads, so there's nothing crazy happening. And try out EWCed. Try it in your classroom. Try it with your student. A great way of doing this is, going and watching a few videos yourself as a parent or an educator. Find something that gets you really excited, and then show it to your student. We're also on Facebook. We generally post our new touchstones, which are the new activities and videos. We publish 2 times a week, and you can check us out there and try us out.
Liesl, we like to say thank you to people doing positive work in the world, since that's our mission too. And we'd love to make $100 donation to an organization of your choosing. So is there an organization that's close to your heart?
Yes. One of the organizations I love because it deals with education, with educating each other about tolerance. It's called tolerance.org. They are doing an amazing job giving educators resources to talk about really big problems when it comes to fighting injustice, when it comes to making education a place where all students feel welcome and where all students feel educated. They're a project of the Southern Poverty Law Center, and they're just a really incredible resource for educators.
A great center doing really valuable work as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we will make $100 donation to them in your name. And we do want to say thank you. I know that there's so many parents watching that are looking to the fall and have a lot of fear and worry, and educators as well. So we hope that this can be a resource for them and help guide them as we move into the fall and during these uncertain times. So thanks for all you do.
Thank you for all you do.
For more inspiring stories, make sure to visit us at onlygood.tv, and you can follow us on Instagram at onlygood.tv. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon on Only Good Heroes.